This is Richard Bode with 6Magazine. I'm here with Amanda Carlson of Athlete Sports Performance. How you doing, Amanda?
Good. Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just jump right in. Why is nutrition just as important as exercise regimen?
Well, a lot of times people really just focus on the training that they're doing, but it's the nutrition that's going to really fuel you through your training sessions, and also it's what's going to jumpstart that recovery. So everything you do during the training is breaking your body down, and your body can only rebuild and refuel itself by getting proper nutrition over the course of the day, but then also getting proper nutrition immediately after that training session.
That makes sense. What's your advice to high school athletes that want to gain weight and gain muscle?
Well, first of all, for all athletes, you really have to look at nutrition as your fueling partner. So once you look at it as your fueling partner in your whole training system, then you can start to make adjustments to reach your goals. So for athletes who are looking to gain weight, obviously they have to be doing the right types of training, and then they need to be fueling their bodies efficiently. So they need to make sure that they're eating enough calories and balancing out the amount of carbs, protein, and fat. So for a lot of athletes looking to gain weight, a lot of times they overdo it on the protein. So you don't need to eat any more than 1 gram per pound of protein. But, getting athletes and getting people to eat that combination of carbohydrate, protein, and fat about every 3 hours really helps them to get the calories and the nutrients they need. And then, the other main thing is making sure you can train intensively most days of the week. And the best way to ensure proper recovery is to get a combination of carb and protein as quickly as possible after your training session.
The most important meal for an athlete, because for athletes are normal people, so we'd assume it'd be breakfast, but I just want to ask and make sure, what's the most important meal for an athlete?
You can debate this and go round and round in circles about what's the most important meal of the day. Mm-hmm. And I think we're all used to hearing, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And don't get me wrong, breakfast is important. We want to get the body out of a fasted state, give it the fuel it needs so you don't use protein for energy. But we teach our athletes here at Athletes Performance that the recovery meal is the most important meal of the day. So making sure that you really nail your recovery pre, during, and post-workout with the proper nutrients. If you can focus on that and do that really well, that'll start to trickle through the rest of the day. So we are teaching our athletes that the recovery meal is actually the most important meal of the day for them.
Describe that recovery meal, because you said pre-workout, so that piqued my interest.
Yeah, we like to kind of break it down. We like to think about things, recovery in threes. So you want to enter your session fueled. So you want to have, good combination of carb and protein. And this could be something as simple as, some type of shooter. So we like to use maybe whey protein, EAS whey protein plus orange juice and just shoot it back. Or, just going in and having a regular meal about an hour or so before. So just making sure that you enter your session fueled, so getting some nutrition there, and then making sure you stay fueled and hydrated during your training session. So, making sure that you're sipping on something. If it's not super intense, it's less than 60 minutes, water is going to be fine. But if it's longer than 60 minutes, really intense, or you're looking to put on lean body mass, sipping on carbohydrate electrolyte drink like Gatorade is a good option. And then the last of that, recovery in threes, we've got pre, we've got during, but post. And here at Athletes Performance, we use EAS, so we use EAS Myoplex strength formula, and that's a good combination of carb and protein, and it's really easy. So you just want to make sure that you're fueling efficiently around the times of your training session.
Good. Players like Chad Ochocinco and Marvin Harrison often brag about their terrible diets and how it has hurt them on the field. But are they the exception to the rule, or will it catch up with them sooner or later?
It's going to catch up eventually. So if you think about training and performance, kind of like the gears of a clock or the gears of a car, training and performance is what happens. But there's all these other small subsequent gears, and nutrition is this small fine-tuned gear that turns health and it turns physiology, and then that turns performance. So, you're not optimizing your performance if you don't focus on all those little gears. So it's only a matter of time before their recovery suffers, before their performance suffers. And really, I think they're the minority now. Having worked here at Athletes Performance with NFL players and hockey players and people who are really looking to get the extra edge, they're the ones focusing on nutrition. So you can't underestimate the power of eating properly, eating the right things at the right time, and making sure that you recover after your training session. So if you can do those things, you're definitely going to have improved performance.
You talk about athletes. Name some of the NFL athletes that you've worked with.
Oh, come on now. I can't tell names, but I have been lucky enough, or Athletes Performance has been lucky enough to work with, we've trained the last 5 number 1 draft picks in the NFL. So, and it's amazing. The guys come in and they learn about nutrition, they learn about their bodies, and you see this magic start to happen when they link up great nutrition with great training. And it just goes to show to any high school athlete or anyone out there looking to achieve their training goals, just focus in on the nutrition and focus in on getting that recovery, that carb and protein immediately after training, and get the right training, and you're going to get the results you're looking for. So, if people look for the magic bullet in terms of performance, nutrition plays a big role in that.
You have some EAS products with you today, correct?
Yeah, I have. I pretty much just have. I wanted to focus on some recovery solutions because again, we talked about earlier, recovery is the most important meal of the day. So, I've got some EAS stuff here, and I also have some whole food options as well. I will show them to you. So, there's 2 things that we're looking for in post-workout nutrition. Number 1 is carbohydrate, and that's going to help you refuel. So you have different types of carbs I have here, and you'll have to tell me when you can see it. But got good. Can you see it here?
Raise it up a little bit.
Raise it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just grabbed a couple of things from the food line here, but we have whole wheat kind of rolls, whole wheat bread, brown rice, fruit like bananas, any type of grains and cereals, fruits and vegetables are going to be great sources of carbs, and that's going to help your body refuel. And then you also want to think about your recovery solution as having protein as well. So again, I just grabbed some things. So here we have some salmon. So this is really great protein source. Chicken breasts. So that's a really great protein source as well. And then my new favorite, which is Greek yogurt. So Greek yogurt is higher in protein than regular yogurt, and you throw some fruit on it and maybe a little bit of granola, and it's a great post-workout whole food snack. So, what you're looking for, again, is carbs and protein, and you can do it through food, but, you can also do it through science-based products that have been tested, and EAS products have gone through all of the NSF certification, which means I know that for my athletes, there's no banned substances, so they really live up to a higher standard. But here you're going to have about 25 grams of protein, which is about equivalent to a chicken breast or this piece of salmon that I had. You're also going to have some carbohydrates, so about 23 grams of carbohydrate in here. So it's a good base to recovery. So for a perfect recovery solution, if I was going to use this with the athletes, I would take the Myoplex, and then I would add a little bit more carbohydrate, so grabbing a banana. And, some of the biggest barriers to great nutrition are poor planning and poor implementation. So if you can't get real food, this is a real easy solution to making sure that you maximize your recovery in that window.
Now, you mentioned something about banned substances, and the Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Brian Cushing, recently got in trouble with that. Explain how that can happen, because I was a former athlete myself. I tried to watch what I ate. But a lot of times, like the excuses people give, and not even him in particular, but they don't know how it happens. Being a nutritionist, is it possible for something weird to happen and somebody tests positive and not knowingly take a banned substance?
Yeah, it definitely is, because you can't really overly trust the supplement industry. So there have been certain standards that have been set for organizations like the NFL, like the NBA, and Major League Baseball to help supplement companies really come clean. But if your supplement does not go through this third party testing, and the best third party testing is called is NSF, and it's the Certified for Sport program. And if your supplement doesn't go through that testing, there's no saying that what's on the label is actually in the product, and what's in the product is actually in the label. So, if you're going off of that if you're not choosing things that have gone through NSF, you might as well just roll the dice as to whether that product is going to have something banned. And there have been studies on that too, where they've randomly taken stuff off of the shelf, and depending upon what they pick, anything from 15 to 30% of those products could have something that's going to cause you to test positive on a drug test. So it's scary and it's real, and that's why you want to use products like EAS or products that have gone through the NSF testing. And you can check that out at the Certified for Sport website, and just look for or at nsf.org, pretty much.
Perfect. Last question. What's the
Sure.
most important thing an athlete needs to know about nutrition?
Oh, man. I think the most important thing that people need to know about nutrition is to make sure that they are taking a fueling mindset. So a lot of times when you think nutrition, you think diet, you think the fridge, or you think, an anorexic track athlete. And that's so much more than that. What you decide to fuel your body with and how you decide to recover is really going to affect your training and performance. And out of all the things that you can't control, why wouldn't you just want to control what you eat? And if you can do that and learn what's right for you, you're guaranteed to have better performance and recovery from training.
Perfect. This is Richard Bode with 6Magazine. Thank you very much, Amanda, for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
The website that they can check you all out at is?
Check us out at www.athletesperformance.com. And if you want individual training and nutrition solutions, check out www.coreperformance.com.
Thank you very much. This is Richard Bode with 6Magazine.
Thanks.